The Galactic Bazaar was a place of wonder, a sprawling market that stretched across the vast expanse of the space station, orbiting the planet Zorath. As I stepped off my ship, the Stellar Voyager, I was immediately engulfed by a cacophony of sounds, sights, and smells. The air was thick with the aroma of exotic spices, sizzling meats, and the sweet scent of alien fruits. My mission was clear: to explore the most unusual and exotic foods this intergalactic market had to offer. I wandered through the crowded aisles, my eyes darting from one vibrant stall to the next. Each vendor seemed to be in a competition to outdo the others, with their bizarre and tantalizing offerings. The first stall that caught my attention was run by a tall, blue-skinned alien with 4 arms. The sign above his stall read Zorathian Delicacies. "Welcome, traveler," he greeted me with a wide smile. "Care to try some Zorathian fire fruit?" I nodded eagerly, and he handed me a small, glowing fruit. As I bit into it, my mouth was flooded with a burst of intense heat, followed by a wave of sweetness. It was unlike anything I had ever tasted. "Delicious," I exclaimed, wiping a bead of sweat from my forehead. "What's next?" The vendor chuckled and pointed to a tray of wriggling, translucent worms. "These are glimmer worms. They're a delicacy on my home planet." I hesitated for a moment, but curiosity got the better of me. I picked up a worm and popped it into my mouth. It had a surprisingly pleasant, slightly tangy flavor, and it glowed faintly as I chewed. As I continued my journey through the market, I encountered a stall that seemed to draw a larger crowd than the others. The sign read "Craziest Foods in the Galaxy," and the vendor, a small, green-skinned alien with large, expressive eyes, was enthusiastically promoting his wares. "Step right up, folks. Come and try the most outlandish food in the galaxy," he shouted. I pushed my way to the front of the crowd and asked, "What's the craziest thing you have?" The vendor grinned mischievously and pulled out a large, spiky fruit. "This, my friend, is a spike-tailed durian. It's known for its pungent smell and unique taste." I took a deep breath and braced myself as he cut open the fruit, releasing a powerful odor that made my eyes water. The crowd watched in anticipation as I took a bite. The taste was a complex mix of sweet, savory, and slightly bitter flavors, with a creamy texture that was surprisingly enjoyable. "Wow," I said, my voice muffled by the fruit. "That's intense." The vendor laughed and handed me a small, glowing drink. "Wash it down with some nebula nectar. It's made from the essence of a rare flower that only blooms once every 100 years." I took a sip, and my taste buds were immediately enveloped in a symphony of flavors, ranging from floral to citrusy, with a hint of effervescence. As I continued to explore the market, I couldn't help but notice the reactions of other customers. Some were delighted by the strange foods, while others were visibly apprehensive. I struck up a conversation with a fellow traveler, a tall, lanky human named Alex. "Have you tried the spike-tailed durian?" I asked. Alex nodded, his face contorted in a mix of disgust and amusement. "Yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste. But I have to say, the nebula nectar is amazing." We shared a laugh and continued to sample various foods together, from the crunchy, insect-like krill bites to the sweet and sticky starfruit taffy. Each new taste was a delightful surprise, and the vendors were more than happy to share the stories behind their unique creations. As the day drew to a close, I found myself reflecting on the incredible adventure I had experienced. The Galactic Bazaar was more than just a market. It was a celebration of the diverse cultures and cuisines that existed across the galaxy. I had tasted flavors I never knew existed and met fascinating beings from all corners of the universe. The most memorable moment, however, was the sense of camaraderie and shared curiosity that permeated the market. Despite our differences, we were all united by our love of food and our desire to explore the unknown. Throughout my journey, I couldn't help but think about the people I had met and the stories they had shared. The blue-skinned vendor with the Zorathian fire fruit had told me about his family's long tradition of farming the fiery fruits and how they were considered a symbol of strength and resilience on his home planet. The green-skinned vendor with the spiky-tailed durian had shared tales of his travels across the galaxy, searching for the rarest and most exotic foods to bring back to the market. His passion for discovery and adventure was infectious, and I found myself inspired by his enthusiasm. Even Alex, the fellow traveler I had met, had his own story to tell. He was a food blogger, traveling the galaxy in search of unique culinary experiences to share with his readers. We exchanged contact information and promised to keep in touch, eager to share our future adventures. As I sat in the cockpit of the stellar Voyager, I couldn't help but smile at the thought of all the incredible people and experiences that awaited me in the vast, uncharted reaches of space. The Galactic Bazaar had been just the beginning, and I knew that there were countless more markets, foods, and stories to discover. With a sense of excitement and anticipation, I set a course for the next destination on my culinary journey, ready to explore the unknown and taste the extraordinary.